I'm at a float plane base in Mississippi, Saskatchewan. My fishing partner, Gene Collin, and I have just driven 900 miles from Montana to get here. Here we're loading a week's worth of food and fishing gear and ourselves into this tiny float plane, which is a Cessna 185. It's about an hour flight, taking off now. This is a view of the Precambrian Shield from the flight. Oliver Lake also has a portage option, which can save you some money and really is not that hard or time consuming. You drive north of Mississippi to a small lake along the road, and somebody from the lodge meets you there with a boat. You load your gear into the boat, cross a small lake, and then move your stuff to a small trailer pulled by an Argo for a short trip over to the next lake. Along the way, you can harvest some of the wild blueberries, which are everywhere. Then you load your stuff into another boat, cross another small lake, which is connected to Oliver Lake, and then you're at the lodge. The entire trip only takes about 45 minutes. This is the lodge, which is in a protected bay on an island in massive Oliver Lake. I've been looking forward to this week for a long time. No internet access, no cell phone service, no satellite TV, just a classic fishing lodge in a remote wilderness lake. We were here last year, so we know it's a comfy lodge that's been recently refurbished by owners Jean-Luc Debay and Mike Pendyke. In the morning, I like to sit on the deck of our cabin and watch the sun rise and listen to the only sound you can hear, which is loon music. I might enjoy this as much as the fishing. But I am here for the fishing, and mainly after trophy northern pike. And I'm not disappointed. Jane and I land 7 trophies over 40 inches during the week, and lots of smaller pike and even a few lake trout. Mike is also our fishing guide, and he seems to know more about fishing and fishing equipment than just about any person I've ever met. Oliver Lake Lodge is the only lodge on a chain of about 5 huge lakes. They're all very wild and full of fish and almost devoid of structures and people. The fishing is all catch and release with barbless hooks. Mike prefers to take off the fish himself so he can take extra care of them, usually not even taking them out of the water. We do keep 1 or 2 small fish each day that we catch about noon, and about an hour later they're shore lunch. Shore lunch is a tradition among Canadian fly-in fishing lodges, and some anglers consider it the best part of the day. I like to call it the world's best fish and chips. Make sure it's artful. Our week goes by way too fast, but now we can spend our time planning our next trip to Oliver Lake Wilderness Lodge.